Okay, ready? First off, we're doing a pie crust. Now, this pie crust recipe I had from 7th grade when I was in home economics. 7th grade. Dumb little kid. Okay, so I still use it to this day. Yay. Okay. Flour, Sift flour, 3/4 cup. Okay, 3/4. Doink in. Okay. 3/8 teaspoon of salt. 3/8 teaspoon salt. Here we go. That looks good. Shut up. Okay.
So that was exactly 3/8.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. And 1/4 cup is right here. Plus 1 tablespoon. 1 more tablespoon of shortening. And I use the Crisco. Regular, just Crisco. There we go. So that is it. Now we take the old-fashioned way. Over here we go. I'm getting 2 knives, knives, as I call them. And you cut it. Okay. Okay, this is how you cut. And you want to cut it till it's real fine, not big chunks. So you just keep cutting, keep cutting, keep cutting forever. Okay, I'm saying that's good enough. Okay. Now, it says 2 tablespoons of water. Okay, so I just pour a little bit in there. Stir it up. Till all of a sudden there's no leftover, what would you call that? Where it kind of clumps together. And you don't have any leftover flour just sitting down there. Now, we are going to roll it up. So you got to use a lot of flour because it sticks. And then we put flour down here so it won't stick once we start rolling it, I hope. I know someone's saying, oh my gosh, she's using so much flour. It's either that or it's going to stick. Look at, I tore it there. You just kind of squish it like that. Okay. Take this, put it in the center. Hope for the best. Oh boy, it's really crumbling, Michael. We might have to do this all over again. It's falling apart. It never does this. Up here, and you just roll it over like that on top. And you want to let it just fall in. You don't want to push it in or else it makes it shrink up. You know, you don't want that. You want it just to lay there. So you just kind of let it fall in. Then you take your hands and you pinch it all the way around. You go like this, put a finger between it.
You do what?
Pinch it, put a finger between like this, and it makes it, pinches it all the way around. Doink, doink, doink. There, now we have a pie. Ta-da! You put it over here, and you put cloth over it so it doesn't dry out until you get around to getting all the apples done. Green apples are Granny Smiths, and you need usually about 6. I usually do 6 to 7, and I just fill it up to where I like it. This takes forever. After we've peeled them, now we have to cut them. Cut the apples in half. I'm going to kill myself. And then in 4ths. So we're really cutting them in 8ths, right? They come over here. And I cut off all this excess. And I always make sure I get the core part out because I hate that. What is that called, do you know?
The core?
I guess so, this stuff. If they leave that in, I hate eating that in an apple pie.
Everyone does.
Sucks. So I make real sure that it's all gone. I'd rather waste some of the apple than get that. It just ruins the whole pie. Okay. Put a little flour in here.
What are you doing?
Putting a little flour in the bottom so it will help it thicken when it cooks, okay? And then I throw these in as soon as I get one pie done, I put it in. That's the way I can tell how many so I don't have to cut up extra that I don't have to. Well, I'm going to be doing more stuff to this later, but first I'm going to go make the topping, okay? So I'll put this back over here and cover it up because otherwise the apples get brown, which won't matter once they're cooked anyway, but hey. We're making the Dutch top for the apple pie, okay? And that's brown sugar and flour and all the good stuff that goes with it. And I need 1.5 cups of flour. That's close enough. 2/3 sugar, okay? 1/3. Now we want 2/3 brown sugar packed. Packed means just put it in here and you squish it down to 2/3. A little extra brown sugar never hurt anything, right? Okay, butter, real butter that's not hard. I'm putting it in the microwave for a second. Okay, butter. What? 2/3 cup. This is 1/3.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Now we just take all this stuff and we do this. We squish it together. Okay, next, get your apple pie. We're going to dot this with butter. Okay, makes it really nice and fattening. And I don't know how much, you just kind of do it until it looks good. I'm supposed to put 1 cup of sugar. If you use a sour apple, which these are, you're supposed to put a little more than 1 cup of sugar, okay? So I usually still just do maybe a cup, just a little over a cup. Because that's a lot of sugar, huh? You just pour it all over it. Nutmeg, sprinkle. Little cinnamon, ground cinnamon. Then you can put a crust over it, regular pie crust, or you can do this, which makes it even sweeter. Throw this stuff on. You crumble it on. Do not pound it down because then it makes it thick and crust. I don't know how I can say that. It just isn't as good when you try to pat it down. Don't pat it down, just cover it. Okay. And it will bake down in the oven because the apples will bake down. So don't feel like it's going to be exploding on you. There we go. Okay. You can make less apples and it won't be so high if you'd like. Okay. Okay, you take this, you put it in a preheated oven of 450 degrees. You bake it for 10 minutes, then you turn down the oven to 350 and you bake it for about 40 minutes or until the apples are tender. You go and take a fork and poke at it and you'll find out if they're tender or not. Okay? Okay, there it is. You set it on there to cool. That's it. Pie. See how it fell down a little bit? Cooked down?
Yep.
I'm done. Over and out. The end. There's a spider in there.
Oh, good.
Edit that. Maybe you better watch me do the next